This is AION Founders, today's deep dive for builders of category-defining AI products. This week, Microsoft is showing cracks as the dominant AI hyperscaler. If your founder roadmap depends on Azure, the next 6 months just got volatile. Here's where the smart money is going.
You're tracking inference cost curves, you're monitoring the latest model weights dropping on Hugging Face, and you're just trying to ship agentic workflows that actually survive contact with reality.
Yeah, but the friction you hit isn't a lack of raw intelligence. I mean, it's the underlying infrastructure.
Exactly. The physics of the infrastructure you're forced to build on are just constantly shifting. So, welcome to today's deep dive into the AION Daily Briefing for June 6, 2026.
And the headline on your screen today is basically Power Shifts, AI Reliability, and Defense Tech Reshape Builder Priorities Today.
Right. But we aren't just summarizing this today. We're actually going to critique it.
Yeah, we're exposing where this source material totally falls short and, connecting the dots it missed.
So you can actually project the 6 to 12-month implications and adjust your architecture right now. We've got 3 live tensions, foundational RL environment quality, macro power shifts, and the weaponization of AI in defense.
Before we even look at the macro infrastructure, we really have to look at the broken tooling layers that you're forced to build on right now.
The briefing starts with this latent space piece, warning builders to stop shipping broken RL environments. And then, completely separate from that, it mentions Google shipping a Gemini agentic RG reliability layer.
Right, which is just a huge miss. They treat these as isolated bullets on a newsfeed, which, for a builder, is a massive strategic error.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. Because building complex agentic frameworks on top of broken RL environments is, it's like trying to train an autonomous car in a simulation where gravity just randomly turns off.
That is such a good analogy. I mean, if the physics engine is lying to the model, it just intrinsically learns the wrong behaviors. The briefing totally missed this compounding effect.
So they're actually the exact same structural signal, just viewed from different angles.
100%. I mean, Google shipping that reliability layer is basically the enterprise-scale response to the exact problem latent space is warning independent builders about. The real bottleneck for the next 6 months isn't model context windows anymore.
Right, because raw intelligence is basically commoditizing at this point.
Exactly. The real value is shifting to deterministic reliability. Builders need to adopt these concrete quality checklists, like right now, or their agents will just fail in production.
Which brings us to the macro threat. I mean, if reliability is the micro bottleneck, platform dependency is the macro existential risk. Who actually owns the interface your reliable agents run on?
Right. The briefing pulls in Ben Thompson's strategy piece on power shifts and platform control, and then pairs it with a Wired report about Microsoft allegedly losing momentum.
And they toss in some Amazon Seattle community PR noise, too.
Which we can just totally ignore. I mean, that's low signal noise. But the briefing leaves the strategy piece hanging just because it's paywalled, which is so frustrating.
Well, let me push back on that a bit, because if Microsoft is genuinely wobbling as the primary AI hyperscaler, doesn't that mean the massive vendor lock-in we've been terrified of is finally cracking?
You're watching AION Founders, the daily deep dive for builders of category-defining AI products. Every weekday, AIONpowerhouse.com.
Yes, but the briefing totally fails to project the second-order effect of that. They identify the power shift narrative, but they completely miss the AI crypto convergence trade here.
Wait, really? How does Microsoft wobbling instantly validate crypto settlement layers? Why not just migrate workloads to AWS?
Because if you just move to AWS, you're just trading one sovereign ecosystem for another. You're still trapped. When interface control shifts and hyperscalers show vulnerability, platform dependency becomes a critical, immediate risk.
Oh, I see. So you need decentralized multi-model inference routing instead.
Exactly. In 6 to 12 months, the tooling layer is going to be fundamentally redrawn. Builders really should look to crypto settlement layers to structurally hedge against that big tech infrastructure lock-in.
So where is the most rigorous, high-margin application of these reliable platform-independent agents actually happening right now? It's the battle space.
Yeah, the defense sector is the ultimate testing ground. The briefing brings up an interesting engineering piece about a U.S. firm claiming satellite AI cuts military analysis time by 85%.
And the U.S. Air Force deploying a live cloud-based battle space system. Plus, that Pirate Wire's discourse on American defense tech, which, just to be clear for everyone listening, we are only looking at as a market signal of VC flow. We aren't endorsing any political worldview here.
Right, absolutely. It's strictly about where the capital is rotating. Tier 1 venture capital is heavily moving into dual-use AI tools right now.
But I have to say, that 85% reduction stat, I mean, that is a massive headline number. But without a baseline, isn't that just vaporware math?
Oh, totally. It's just marketing at that point.
Right. Like, are they comparing it to a legacy 90s system, the guy with a magnifying glass?
You're spot on. The briefing just amplifies a vanity metric without auditing the baseline, which is, honestly, it's sloppy analysis for any serious builder.
Yeah, it really buries the actual undeniable signal.
Which is the Air Force deploying a live cloud battlespace system. That proves AI-native defense infrastructure has aggressively moved from pilot to production. It's not a sandbox anymore.
So the military is solving enterprise data fusion at scale right now.
Exactly. Dual-use AI tools are commanding premium valuations for a reason. The commercial enterprise analogs for what you are building today are going to be judged against the rigorous procurement standards the defense sector is establishing right this second.
Wow. Okay, so to synthesize the critique here, the AION briefing is great at spotting macro tensions, like RL environment quality, infrastructure shifts, and defense AI.
Yeah, but it needs way harder baseline metrics, and it really drops the ball on connecting the dots between infrastructure wobbles and crypto settlement solutions.
Right. Well, before we wrap this deep dive, I know you had one last provocative thought for the listener to mull over.
Yeah, think about this. If the defense sector successfully solves unified data fusion at scale before commercial enterprise does, what happens to the massive SaaS ecosystem when military-grade agentic frameworks inevitably open source their underlying architectures?
Oh man, that will completely rewrite the playbook. Yeah. Keep your eyes on that horizon, focus relentlessly on deterministic reliability, and keep building.
That's your AION Founders Briefing. Subscribe to keep the signal coming. New episode tomorrow.